guys, welcome to today's video. Today we are playing an Enix game. The 7 Saga. It's a game I loved playing as a kid. Still have a part of me that enjoyed it. This is funny. Back in the day, Enix had a bunch of great games. Squaresoft was like the king of RPGs, I feel like. Like all their stuff, Squaresoft was amazing. But for whatever reason, once Squaresoft and Enix became Square Enix, I really feel like their games all had a huge drop off and just kind of went to shit, to be completely honest. Like a lot of Square Enix games I've never, like, I'm disappointed in, where almost every Squaresoft game I loved, and a lot of the Enix games were great games. But I don't know why, for whatever reason, they just kind of, once they combined, they like took the worst parts of everybody. I don't get it, but wow, he's pretty. Hit points and magic is 14. The alien, huh? We're not going to be able to get too into this game. It is quite a long and extensive game, but we'll do a little bit of it. Obviously, we'll jump in. We'll have a little fun. Now, if I can remember how to play the game, would be great, right? Alright, well, let's just go on out of here and get started. We don't need to do a whole bunch of talking. I do like when it's just a one button just automatically opens stuff. It knows that you want to do that instead of this whole go all the way down to the bottom to search things. It does have that Dragon Warrior feel to it, where Final Fantasy was a lot more streamlined and just more intuitive. Alright, let's just get into the game a little bit. We want to get some gameplay going, right? Nobody wants to watch you talk to a bunch of NPCs. We're not going to really miss vital information because we're not going to be doing a full playthrough of this right now. Can you imagine having enough time and energy to sit there and do a walkthrough or a playthrough of every single one of these games from start to finish? Like, that would be pretty crazy. Because most of these RPGs are a good 20 to 40 hours a piece. And there is quite a few of them, especially once they got on Super Nintendo. We got a decent amount of great quality RPGs. Alright, let's just get out here and play the game a bit. That is the one thing I didn't like, is you seeing the dots, but not the actual enemies on the screen, and you just hit a dot that you can't see other than on your little menu. Just seeing dots, like almost where they're invisible and we're going to get hit by an invisible being, I think is the one thing I did not like about this game at all, was just that aspect of it. Holy moly, that bird hurts. Oops, shouldn't have done that. Oh, we live. Maybe. I don't even think we're going to be able to heal through this. Oh, we get a full heal. Okay, that works. Still think we're going to die. You can't tell what you're fighting. And we miss. The one time we didn't need to miss, and we missed. Ding. But yeah, like that's kind of... I don't know, I think that was the one thing that I really disliked in this game. I mean, when you look at it in the other perspective, a lot of the actual regular RPGs back, like the JRPGs, you don't see anything, you just random battle. So the fact that you kind of see enemies there is a decent little thing. It kind of gives you at least a perspective, but it doesn't matter. They move so erratically and so fast that it's almost irrelevant. I mean, look at how many we're surrounded by. We're just going to be completely... That's the other thing, is you fight so much in this game. You hardly get any, like, repose in everything. It's just like you can see the constant attacking. Jesus. Will you quit dodging everything? But combat looked pretty clean. It was a fun game. Like, there's a few things to be desired, but as a whole, you know, it's a good, decent RPG. I think Super Nintendo had some of the best RPGs of all systems, to be honest. Between that and PlayStation, and then it became to really fall off from there. But honestly, the heyday of good quality, awesome RPGs, I really feel was Super Nintendo. And then from there, like, they took a hiatus. You didn't really see a lot on, like, Nintendo 64 didn't have a great extensive RPG list. I mean, the GameCube brought back some of the Final Fantasies, and they were decent, but not quite the same. And then PlayStation came out and really brought back, you know, really good quality, amazing RPGs. And then after that, they kind of disappeared again. It went into these stupid ass shooters. Like, I mean, what are we at? Like, Call of Duty 856 at this point? And just like the same shit over and over again. And it's just a thing of the shooters and some of the shitty online games. And like, I think, as much as some people don't want to admit it, a lot of people just enjoy the mediocrity that there is. But I really feel like the online and like the shooter genres have really made a huge decline in true decent gaming. Like, when was the last really good RPG that you played on any of the current systems out there? Like, because, yeah, Elden Ring and the Dark Souls, they're kind of RPG-ish, but, you know, they're an action RPG, really, which I'm not complaining. They're incredible games and some of my absolute favorites. But other than that, what else do we have? I mean, you have Cyberpunk, which was, it was okay, but honestly, it really left a lot to be desired, at least personally. But other than, like, Dark Souls, there's a couple of decent, like the Vendel Sagas and some of the other ones, but I feel like there's a very large hole. I'm trying to find, like, an inn or something. I mean, they're still there, but I feel like they're far and few between, and they try a lot of new, different things, but some of them just don't quite work for me, and they kind of don't have the same, you know, just heart and soul that some of the older RPGs used to be, like this. Alright, so we don't need to heal, we just need some... Trying to find an inn. But like, the most recent couple Final Fantasies have been the absolute, just such a disappointment. As you saw on my channel, I started playing the new Final Fantasy. I can't even find any desire whatsoever to keep playing the game. Like, which is weird because I have always loved it up until Final Fantasy VII. And then I felt like they really started dropping off. And they just kind of got worse and worse for me, to be honest. Like, I just have not been a fan. And, like, I get what they tried to do something new. I'm okay with that, but it really left a lot to be desired. It became a very monotonous, boring-ass game that really didn't have the heart of Final Fantasy at all. It just had the name. I mean, I'll probably get a lot of flack for that, but honestly, like, that's how I feel about it. It just really did not have the feel of a truly good RPG at all. It just kind of felt like hey, there's the inn. This does not look like an inn hardly at all, but there it is. It just kind of felt like a poorly done hack and slash, kind of, honestly. Without, like, loot drop and everything else. It kind of was a somewhat boring story. Like, honestly, the story even was not very well done. Like, everything that Final Fantasy used to be, it was just not there and was disappointing. So, I mean, they're not dead by any means, but they're just not what they used to be. I mean, when you had Super Nintendo, you had stuff like Illusion of Gaia, you had the Chrono Cross, you had, not Chrono Cross, like the Chrono Triggers and, like all the Square games. And just so many quality, amazing, awesome games. And then you just kind of, I don't know why, but they just dropped off the face of the earth, it feels like. Alright, we're going to try to get a little somewhere. But I think that's one of the main things that is interesting in this game is the amount of battling. Like, I feel like this game, you have more encounters than every other game I think I've ever played, to be honest. Like, you take 2 steps and it's just another fight, and it's another fight. And I think that's what kind of made me kind of step away from it a little bit more often. Oh, we are screwed in this one, aren't we? I think we'll be alright. Luckily, the hermits are weak. For being as much harder that the wyvern is as the hermit is, there's not a huge discrepancy in points and everything, is there? Jesus. Alright, what do we got here? We've got a light staff, light. 200 gold, 261 experience, 75 needed for the next level, it looks like. And then there's the next town. So we're going to work on trying to get there. We can't be missing that damn wyvern. Oh, come on! Alright, can we escape? We can't, no, it said no. We're dead. Fucking, we missing that wyvern 3 times, just, we're toast. It's really aggro, like, the battling, man, I swear. Alright, what do we have for armor? I do like that it shows you what you can and can't wear. There's so many RPGs where you have different classes that you don't know if you can or can't wear an item until you buy it, and then it's like, oh, nope, you can't do that. Is cotton... Oh, we lost a lot of gold. Okay, so that's what... When we die, we lose like half of our gold, it looks like. Which is disappointing. Do we lose... No, we don't lose experience, just the gold. Yeah, there's no avoiding the fighting, and there's just so much of it. I get it's in the air and it's agile, but come on. It's strong enough as it... Like, it's ridiculous. We can't get anywhere without damn near being dead. We're just getting into the clusterfuck of enemies that's just like, where you're fighting, and that's all there is to it. I don't know, we might actually, I don't know, maybe later on we do a, not fast enough. Oh, come on. Oh, we miss again. And then we die. Fucking wyverns are obnoxious, man. I swear to God. We're down to 63 gold. We are not doing well as far as... but we're going to level up here in a minute. So I guess that's a positive. Next battle we level up. So then we should not be getting killed by wyverns as much at this point. Yeah, I think we're going to be doing a lot of really good RPGs throughout this next little bit here. Alright, we finally got some offensive spells now. Hey, we parted those two guys. And yeah, we weren't getting away from that one. Alright, we're starting to whoop a little ass now. That's good. I just want to make it to the other town. Just right there, man. This is definitely another one of the games. Like, I feel like a lot of the old school RPGs did require a lot of experience grinding. Hey, a little village. Alright, this is the temple. Like I said, we're going to just get out of here. Go back and keep traveling a bit. Ah. Alright, so there's another town over here. Now that we're ready for the wyverns, we're not getting any more. They're like, oh, he's too strong for us now. We're not going to bother. They only like picking on us when we're low level. Little fuckers. Oh, this is a dungeon. Nice. What are we fighting here? Gee, oh, they stole our magic. And they're avoiding everything. Ah! We are not strong enough to be here. We got whooped. And then we're back. Oh no, we're back at the other end. Okay, that's good. We definitely just need to actually grind for some gold is what we need. A little bit more experience and a lot more gold. Because we lost half of our stuff again. We're down to 58 gold. Yeah. Yeah, we're not ready for that dungeon. Let's go look over here. Let's go see what's over this way. Nothing. Because we need weapons and armor. It is kind of interesting that everything still gives us a decent amount of experience. At least leveling up is going to be pretty quick. And again, no wyverns. Like, what the hell? Seriously. But I would love to hear what game you would like to see the next playthrough be. It could still be an NES game, although I feel like we're kind of past that. But Game Boy or Super NES. If you guys have any suggestions, let me know. We can. I'll probably put something on my my main page. See what everybody has to say about everything. Ouch. Holy shit, that did some damage. I mean, personally, a little bit more obscure games, more so than like, you know, Secret of Mana or Secret of Evermore or any of those. I mean, I'm fine with it. I mean, I beat them more times than I can count. But, just one-shotting them for 3 magic. I mean, that is so powerful. It's kind of ridiculous. There we go. Magic. Ice. You. What? He dodged. Alright, let's get rid of you first then. You're going to do the most damage. Alright, so we're alright. Magic, let's heal ourselves. Alright, so now the wyverns are nothing. Oh, he ran like a bitch. Alright, fair enough. Ran like a little bitch is what happened there. Come on. We got a little bit of health left. We got some magic left. Let's take on a little bit more before we go to the inn. One-shotting the wyverns now. I like that. Did they have any weapons and armor in the in the little town, I wonder? Wow, this is kind of worthless. Alright, how are we doing now now that we're actually getting a little somewhere? What are we looking at? 200 for that. Alright. Let's see if this town has any weapons and armor shops. Alright, that's the inn. That's an item shop. Come on, dude, move. Alright, there we go. Weapon and armor. Alright, that works. Although we don't really have a lot of money at the moment because of all our deaths. Alright, so we have a light dagger and a pewter staff. I'm guessing pewter staff? I wish we had some information on the items. We can use both. Alright, so at least, okay, at least it will tell us. Increase your attack power by 2. We'll save up on that one. Oops. Maybe we'll get some armor. Cotton will increase your defense by 1. That is definitely not worth buying for 1. We might as well get 200 gold and just get a better weapon. Yeah, that's kind of sad for armor for us. 400 gold so we can get 1 extra defense is just absolutely worthless. Alright, well, let's heal up. Let's go kind of work our way a little bit in that castle. See if what we can find. Die, you bastard. I do just love the way the game looks, and just the feel and the way the game plays is really good. It's a little different from what the RPGs were. There was a lot of just uniqueness in all of the, I think, RPGs as the Super NES come out. Like, I don't want to keep wasting my magic on the bastards. He took off running like a bitch again. Alright, we got a lot of potions. We're going to use a potion. Item 3. It is a little touchy when you're moving around. So, like, you can overshoot things pretty easily. Hey, we're out running these little buggers. Alright, did we just go around in a circle? We did, didn't we? Yeah. Alright, so at least we know that's a circle there. Yeah, see, that's the little thing where you don't get to, like, slightly move. It's just a much higher move. I love how we're fighting an iron door. And we're whooping up on it, too. I like that. That's it. Kind of disappointing for what it is and the extent that we had to fight. But I mean, it was better than that damn ghoul. Oh, I see some yellow. Let's see what the yellow is, if we can make it there. Oh, it's treasure. Aha! I want another metal door. Alright. See, the metal door I'm good with. It's the damn ghouls that I didn't want to fight. Or the wraiths. Because we could take these guys on all day and be fine. Come on, really? It's a giant metal door. Shouldn't be able to move that fast. Doesn't look like a statue, does it? It looks more like a metal steel door. We're learning a bunch of spells. That's also kind of a... Oops. How do we equip things? Item. Equip. Oh, we can't. Of course, we find a weapon we can't equip, right? Ain't that a kick in the pants? I like how this game did have a lot of characters to choose from. So what do you think about the automatic learning spells opposed to the purchasing the spells that you want in RPGs? I mean, there is something said about the fact that you just learn spells, but a lot of spells you learn you don't wind up using or you don't care about, whereas where you could buy the stuff that you know you're going to use. Not to mention, have you noticed in RPGs, the magic system, like, combat and stuff has pretty much roughly stayed somewhat the same, but when it comes to the magic system, there has been such the different trials and tribulations of different ways of doing magic. I mean, Final Fantasy, I think, is, like, hugely thing where they have constantly changed up their magic system in so many different games. I mean, we went from materia and magics and fucking just gems and this, that, job systems. I mean, that's one thing I love about the series more so, I mean, what I love about the series, at least the older stuff, is the story, the gameplay. I mean, they took what little they had, which like NES and stuff, and put such an amazing game into it. But they've always been innovating, like hit or miss, and then unfortunately with Final Fantasy, the later stuff, I think has been a lot more misses than hits. But at least they were up to trying new things. But there's also something to say about like Dragon Warrior that, you know, maintained what made... Come on! They stole 10 of our magic? Jesus Christ! That sucked. That's a terrible enemy. Well, we might as well use our magic now because if we run into another one of those guys, we're not going to have it anyways. But yeah, Dragon Warrior kept what made Dragon Warrior, even the newest one, which was, I must say, a great game. Like, it still, to its core, was exactly what Dragon Warrior was, you know? Where from one Final Fantasy to another, you're not exactly sure what you're going to get and how things are going to change, but you obviously always kind of know what you're going to get when you play Dragon Warrior. And like those are the two best RPG franchises I feel that are out there. I do really like a lot of the enemy design in this game too. Like this Chimera is pretty nifty, changing its shapes and the different attacks and everything going on. I mean, just the quality of the game is just really well done. I'm hoping we can get back to out of this place. Can't really fight too many more Chimeras. We can fight more of these guys. That's fine. The Chimeras are pretty rough, though. Now we can fight a Chimera. It's not going to be a big deal. What are you going to do? Take our one magic? Yeah, you can have it. Ain't doing us any good. I think honestly one of the games I want to play the most for like a playthrough is if anyone ever played Ogre Battle. Game is just a spectacular game. It's very unique in what it is, but it just, and the amount of secrets and different things in that game is just insane. I don't know if you guys know of it. I know they've kind of did some remakes and a few other things, but like I don't think the remakes quite have the same thing that the original did. And like, there's part 2, and then there's the tactics, which I really enjoyed the tactics games, but they're I don't know. There's a time and place for the tactics games, I feel like. It's kind of disappointing we can't use this weapon. But anyway, so that is the 7th Saga. As you can see, it's a very good, intricate RPG. It's beautifully done. Good story. Everything. I mean, the game is just beautiful in all aspects. The battling is interesting. It pretty much has that JRPG feel where you just have random battles. You can kind of see where things are and try to avoid a couple of them. But for the most part, it's just a bunch of white dots sitting around that you're going to get hit by. So, I mean, it's a novelty, but I don't think it's really a thing that needed to be done on the game. I think that is just kind of one of those things that, in theory and in thought, it's like, oh, do that. But the way everything moves and as fast as everything is, there's really no point to it because you're not avoiding anything. And it's like, who cares? But, I mean, it is interesting to know that, oh, I'm going to get attacked here, as opposed to where you have those kind of lull areas where you can feel a little bit more comfortable getting places. So, it has its place, but I think for the most part, it's just more of a, you know, a silly gimmick, more so than anything. But all in all, the boss, we haven't got to a boss. The enemy designs are decent. The gameplay is really good. It's visually beautiful. A lot of things are really good on it. Couple of the negatives, you do move a little further than you would like to in some spots, so you overshoot a lot of stairs and buildings, which sometimes can be very bad because you're trying to avoid that one fight and you have to do backtracking. It's still got the Dragon Warrior kind of menu that is not as intuitive as, you know, a lot of some of the other RPGs like Final Fantasy stuff, where you just walk up to a chest, you hit the button, it opens. You walk up to a person, you hit the button, it talks. Instead of having to hit the button, go to talk, go to search, go to this, go to that. I think that this is like outdated and didn't need to be in this game. And for a Super Nintendo game, I really feel like they could have done the more intuitive, go up to the object and just hit the button and do what you would do on the object. Like talking, searching, whatever it is. And then just having start as your inventory, status, and everything. Instead of having to hit this button, go down, do this. Instead of just hitting start and having all your information in front of you. The other thing I don't quite like is, because of this, depending on where you are in the game, like some of it's kind of hard to see because you're in, like, you have the mountains and stuff that are, the colors are a little off. So you actually have to go somewhere else in order to see your stats better. So I think that in and of itself is a little awkward and could be a little bit better. You have very little in inventory, which could be good. I kind of like having a lot of options to our characters where we could put on, you know, different pieces of armor, different things, where just having a shirt and a weapon, like, seems basic for a more advanced, better off game than what we have here. But simplistic is not always bad. Nothing really wrong with it. It's just like a preference. It's like we're there. We're already established that we can do more stuff. Why not have a little bit more customizable intricacy in the game, rather than just you can use this and that's it kind of stuff. So, I mean, a couple of little quirks that, all in all, have no real basis on the game. The game is great, and if you're an RPG fan and you haven't played this, I highly, highly recommend jumping in, going, and playing the game. You won't be disappointed. It is really a good game. It's quality. I mean, like I said, Enix and Squaresoft both did amazing games before they merged, and then after that, it kind of fell off. So get it while you can. Go play their original games, and you won't be disappointed. So with that being said, guys, thank you so much for joining me. Till next time, you guys have a great day.